Bishop Kenya Michael Otome speaking this afternoon in Nairobi National Government, Embakasi East Constituency, Embakasi Ward Assembly. As usual, I used to give my briefing every day as a politician, which we call it religious political pressure in Christian perspective philosophy, because I'm looking forward to be Kenya President of United States of Kenya Republic come 2027 election or prior to that time. And my Vice President is, or Deputy President, is none other than His Excellency Nick Kukubo, or Nixon Kukubo from Bungoma. He's a retiree Kenya Brigadier of Kenya Defense Forces. And my Prime Minister will be His Excellency Dr. Barack Hussein Obama, retired United States of America President. Is going to be our powerful Prime Minister in the next government. We call it United States of Kenya Republic government. And my powerful Prime Minister, my powerful First Lady, who is going to hold the Bible, New International Version, Sondervan publishes. Grand Rapids, Michigan, United States of America Bible, which gives the Word of God, because from God's mouth come knowledge and understanding and wisdom as well. In Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6, that is Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6. So he's going to hold the Bible. It's none other than the incoming head of state, His Excellency Dr. Sir William Ruto, the youngest daughter, Honorable Charlene Ruto, is going to be First Lady. Last Sunday, which was on 2nd, okay, which is obvious yesterday, I was at the President office, not office, but church. I was at the Kenya Republic President Church. The church is called actually, Faith. Here it is. It is called Faith Evangelistic, Ministry Family Church. It is here. If you want to support him, the church is here with all the details. This is the offering kind of an envelope on their partnership, something of that nature. So Reverend Dr. William Samarito, the Kenya President, is have employed so many priests which are trained, obvious. One of them is actually called Reverend Joshua Kabena, who is actually the church of the President. At his resident home, Nairobi National Government, Karen, Karen area, Nairobi National Government. So the President, pastor in charge, or priest in charge of the church, was welcomed me highly. Is called actually Priest Joshua Kabena, which phone number is 0720 780 207. Reverend Joshua Kabena. If you are outside Kenya, it is plus 254 720 780 207. That's the telephone number of the President Church at the current. It is actually, it looks like President Moi Church, Kabarak or Kabartonjo in that case. So this is the collection kind of envelope. You can also send this money using the pay bill, or you put money in this envelope and then leave it there at the pulpit, or you send the money as you wish. M-Pesa, use pay bill number 903070. So if you have this, money, you can send to the President Church called Faith Evangelistic Ministry Family Church. It is here. All right. I was actually pleased to be there. They gave me also a pen. Here it is, as a gift. All right. They call it FEM, Family Church, which is Faith Evangelistic Ministry Family Church. They also gave me a notebook. I know something I was carrying with the notebook, which I have given out as a blessing also to another person. So I went actually with Miss Koskei, wife, who knows the place, and also related to the president. All right. So he knows actually the family of the president. So she's called actually Janet Chepchirchir. All right. Cherotich, the wife of Mr. Kosgei. So I went with her, and we are being, welcomed highly. We are given a high table in front to sit there. The president did not wait us. He went also to another next place church called, JCC. Jesus Celebration Center. We are told of Pastor Lai of Mombasa, but he has a branch in Nairobi. So I want us to know that we human beings, we can, have also our own private churches. If you are willing, but you have to employ pastors who are highly trained like the president did, because after, in short interaction with some of the priests of the president, one of them, Reverend Joshua Kabena, they are highly trained from accredited universities of Kenya. And others also, they are not also, and the preacher online, because the church was using a kind of online platform. It was a pastor called Anne, and he actually preached very well. And another pastor also. There are many pastors which the president has employed. So I want us to learn today about the suffering also, Christ, because it is also good to know that. And even the churches, even the other one and the others need to know about Christ, suffering, because we are all suffering also ourselves here. Christ suffered actually on the cross, and if you read Matthew 28, the whole chapter, and also his death was predicted by before his birth by prophet Isaiah in Isaiah 53 verse 1 to 15 verses, a suffering kind of servant. So Christ is suffering despite being a sinless and also being in that kind of a capacity of being 100% God and human. He also suffered. So I want to remind Kenyans to read Matthew 28 today, the whole of that chapter, in New Testament, and Old Testament also, Isaiah 53 verse 1 to 15, about a suffering servant, or God human beings. We are living in a fallen world of sin, and we are not far from suffering. The president, despite him being a faithful man, he looks also to have a big ministry in that case, which of course now I've shown you. He has a church, and his home current family church, with so many members, so many of them, so thousands, something close to 1,000 human beings. I've been converging there together with securities, but they have actually shown a honor to me and Janet, which was following me. They welcome us highly, and also in hospitality kind of we took some food, and also a given gift like the one, the pen and the notebook. And the president, first lady, Honorable Madam Excellency Rachel Shabbat, was leading in a prayer online in the church. So the church is Faith Evangelistic Ministry Family Church at the current Gong Road, in the residence of the president. So I thank him actually. We are welcome, but the president was not actually there. But the wife was praying online, just to let other people also worldwide to get blessings. As Honorable First Lady Madam Rachel Shabbat. So I'm also myself serving God and serving Kenya under biblical authority. I have what we call interdenominational church online, also myself, church ICI Kenya East Africa, which is serving God under the banner of Scupa. Theme of Scupa, which means SKUBA, serving Kenya under biblical authority. Theocracy rule, right? Which is also stipulated in Acts chapter 1 verse 8. And also Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2 concerning God theocracy rule, that you need to be very happy when you are ruled by God-fearing human beings. So the President Faith Evangelistic Ministry Family Church, I being a lecturer clergy who is a trainee and I used to teach pastors, I've recommended the church of the President to be a kind of a good church in that case. And it was the doctrine I've received, why God Almighty calls His servant to suffer, that's Jesus Christ. In Isaiah 53 verse 1 to 15, but the key verse is 10. The preacher also told us actually yesterday that Christ was humble, which is true. He was a rejected servant, yes, true, because he said we need to consider Isaiah 53 verse 1 to 15. That was actually Pastor Anna of the President Church, and he highlighted that Christ was humble in verse 1 and 2, which was right. In verse 3 also he told us actually Christ was rejected servant, true. In verses 4 to 5 he told us also Christ actually took the human kind of humanity kind of servanthood kind of life, and also as a sinner he also actually able to face the cross to heal us our sicknesses of sinfulness. In verses 5 to verses 4 to 7, and he also said that Christ also suffered because of his humility, humble also background kind of a son of Nazarene, which is true. And he also told us actually Christ has a root from the ground of the destiny of King David, obvious, which was also true. So actually the preaching I have recommended that he was also a despised kind of a servant in 1 John chapter 4 verse 12, right? Alright, so actually the President Church was actually okay, and the pastors are okay. Alright, so if you wish to go there, I think you will get the right food spiritually and also physical food. Not bribery, but at least you will take a cup of tea and one bread, mandazi. That's what we got it there. Because people are 100 and so many of them. There are quite a number of people. There are close to 100, 100 or more. So many people. I cannot actually sheet. It is actually so many people because I've not counted them. But it was actually highly populated kind of a tent, tabernacle kind of a place of worship. With a lot of kind of ventilations, because we are so many. So it is a kind of the President Church was a kind of a tabernacle. It was in a tent form, and also other people in the building were also factoring the word of God on air. All right, like the preacher and also the lady who also first lady who prayed. So it's a kind of a massive kind of population church of the Kenya Republic President, Reverend, then that case, because if you are employing pastors, then we can say he's a Reverend Dr. William Samuel Ruto Church. It is a good church. I'm also planning to go to Reverend Dorcas Church of the former Deputy President with my, my Vice President, who did not follow me. He was busy, and he also told me he will go another time. So actually, that is actually what I've learned yesterday. We need to know that we are subjected to suffer, including the government in that case, because of lack of money, because of a fallen world of sin. But we need to strive to toward our goal, which is in heavenly realms, to pray and to love one another, and also to to go to place of worship. So you can go to the President Church, in Karen, here you will be given a kind of an envelope like this. But if you don't want actually to put money in the envelope to be for your right hand to know, your left hand not to know your right hand, what you are just given. Because now the name here, you need to write your name, but some people don't want to write their names. They will just use the bill, the pay bill, which is written here, to show God what you have or not. By giving out to the M-Pesa, use pay bill number 90 or 90, 30, 70 to give the president, money for his missions and possibly even politics. Yes, that's how it should be, because you cannot also muscle an ox, not to eat. So even the president has a right to use his money, in his church money, to do whatever he wants, even politics. And you have the orphans, like the money he wanted to give to Kyle. So, the church is actually a good church. I've not stayed long, but it is a good church with a good program, which actually ended about 12:30 from 9:30 a.m. there about. So it's a good church. If you wish to go there, I can recommend that it's a good church. The Dr.Ruto Church, which is called Faith Evangelistic Ministry Family Church. It has pastors who are highly trained. I gave you the pastor in charge of the church number. You want to contact him, you want to visit them, and things like that. But you have to book also to go. You don't have to rush anyhow. You also to go because the president church has a lot of security personnel. So be careful so when you go there. Alright, it's not an ordinary kind of a church in that case. It has a highly kind of so many soldiers here. So it's called Faith Evangelistic Ministry Church. I'm also given many churches in Kenya, African church myself, which I'm now under my administration. If you want to help me also in my platform, you can do it. Alright, I'm given by AIC so many churches, some of them with dead human beings, which I am now going to exhume them together with the government. Alright, I'm given also myself quite a number of station Upper Eastern Marsabit County government. I'm given about 25 stations. One of them is not here in Barwai, but these are the one I'm given by the state. It's signed by the Internal Security Minister here, His Excellency Professor Kindiki. After signing here, was promoted by God to be Deputy President. Okay, he signed here on 16 September 2024, and he was promoted to be Deputy President. Okay, after signing this document to give me, because I have also prayed for him. So that's one station. That's this page has so many stations, 7 stations in this one. You can see it here. Number 2 here, page 2. Has also 7. Another which is number. The numbers are continuing up to the number 17 stations. It is here. Okay, God has blessed actually Kindiki after giving me this church, and also AIC after giving me. The last page has actually 24 mission station of African church I'm given. It is signed by the Minister of State, Dr. Professor His Excellency Kithure Kindiki. After giving me signing here, he was promoted to be, the Deputy President immediately. So you can see that God can hear, because I was so happy when he decided to give me those stations. After the people now who are buried in those stations are here, this is the Prezo responsible for these kids, and he has not reported, together with another one which is not here. This one was trainee for 2 years. It's called Daniel Lamadad and Tupuko Lamadad from Mount Kulal, Marsabit County, like some council there. Ngoro area is now the Archbishop of Marsabit, but he has novice. He has fled after, selling the blood of this human being, because he not report to them after being killed. Dan is here, Larantare, in mass grave. Chezika Lado, my age mate, both of them. All these human beings are my age mate, which are circumcised in 1979. Samburu software and really kind of warriors of that time. This one is dead, is now in this church, buried, called African Church Songa, Saku Constituency, Marsabit County of Kenya. I am here preaching also 4 of this one. After I went to teach Narok Bible College, beside the Bible College of African Church, they are massacred again, and 4 of them are in the same mass grave in the same church. This priest did not report these human beings. This one is called Leobele, Peter Leobele. This one is Shule Mosor. This one is Jessica Lado. These are university students. University students went to Marsabit to look for help loan, and they are being lured to stay until evening at about 6. And they have boarded one motorbike, and they are all killed closer home, Sanku constituency, Sonka location where my church is. This is how I'm preaching here. You can see me here, having prepared this human being, but now they have been actually, their blood are sold, and 4 of them are also sold blood, and 4 are injured. Marsabit is here. If you don't know where Marsabit is, near the border of Kenya and Ethiopia, and we are not far from Wajir. We are bordering also Wajir, which extend to Somali country, just the same Somalis. Here again we are in Sudan, and also South Sudan, and Sudan is also here, and Ethiopia here. So these human beings have been killed, and they're in mass grave. I'm here preaching in my church, and after I went to teach in Narok Bible College, they are all killed. I went to 2000 away from home to teach in Narok Bible College, beside the Bible College of African Church and Covenant College of Mission International. Until recently I left, alright, after joining politics. And I was also, so I wrote actually to the Deputy President. Here is the letter, you can read it here. It was signed on 17 December 2024. I've also written to him about this priest. Also, we have also other priests who are dead. Alright, we don't know where they are in this station. American mostly. We don't know where Reverend Gary Chapin is from Marsabit. He was actually in Moyale. And then he was also assisted by Daniel Berry, who does not know them now, but they have been with him. He's now African Church headquarters here in Nairobi, missionary AIC board chairman, and he's also Secretary General, I think. He doesn't know where this was. He was also with Reverend Tim Cal, the American. He doesn't know where he is. And also, he was also with Tim Knowles, Reverend Tim Knowles, and Reverend Tim Calde, and Reverend Gary Chapin. They are all Americans, 3 of them. And Reverend Jim Tisdale is also an American. We don't know where he is. I was told he was shortly Loyankalani, but I don't know whether he still left. And his family, after being stoned, all of them in their station, they are all scattered. Dr. Reverend also Brilden Folking here is actually also a German. His family, we don't know where he is, after being stoned in Mount Kulal and Loyankalani and all other stations, alright, of Marsabit. Alright, and Mark Collins was also stoned at Ileret, Marsabit, African Church station. Nobody knows where he is. I was also with, the current MCA or member of County Assembly called, Amos. Pastor Amos was trained in Ethiopia as a priest. We don't know where Reverend Collins and family is after being stoned. We don't know also others, also so many of them. Charles Barnett, Reverend Charles Barnett family, we don't know where they are. They have been stoned also. Reverend also Albert Anderson and Howard Anderson, the sons of the priest of Prophet is me, the late Reverend Anderson. They are stoned also in Kalasia, Mount Kulal, stations, Gurnet, all those stations, South Hor, Logo, Marsabit Township, Guest House and Township African Church. Song also, I was also stoned myself. And so many other priests, we don't know where they are. Like Reverend, Evangelistic Kombola, Reverend Daniel Berry is here, but he told me he's going to leave office. Reverend also Godana Male of, Dribugombo, we don't know where he is, his family. Reverend also Evangelist James Leokusa, we know him, he's now in, African Church in Barwai. That one is still there. Reverend George Kuraki has actually left us, passed away recently, of Bukarare. Reverend Daniel Sogoitian is no longer now in service. Actually from, Kor. Reverend also Noor Garboran is a chaplain of secondary school Kor. And then actually we have all those one who are not trained, but they are also messing up. They are not trained, eh? Like the one who have cheated actually the deputy president, called Laban. It's not even, it's just a church elder. He has never been to any theological college. And he was cheating the president, the deputy president. Recently, when he went to Marsabit Korra, African church, he told him he was the one who have written, the New Testament of Rendile, which is not true. It was actually the Nick family, Stonable. We don't know his family also where they are. Also another American from, South Africa. His family is the one who is also started court, and after being started by the letter of Aronson. So we don't even the Nick Stonable family where they are. Alright? They have been also, we are told, they are stolen. And then now the people who are taking over the station are not the priests, they are terrorists completely. Laban was actually putting on the cloth in front of the president and preaching, has never gone to any Bible school. I was surprised to see him there. He's standing in front of the deputy president, Honorable Professor Kithure Kindiki. Because that guy was not a priest, and he was putting on a collar and priest clothes. He is not. Neither the interpreter, he was not also a priest. He was a church elder. Chudukle. So what we want to say here, we need actually to know who are priests. I thank God because recently God has revealed so many of them in Mombasa. About 100 of them who actually took initiative of going to graduate without any accreditation, kind of a university or college, kind of a institution, and they are put they are now in jail in Mombasa County. So I thank God because now these people have even actually disturbed a pre-served country, both native who are trained and those who are not also from Kenya. Like I said, Reverend Colin McDougall was an American stone. Reverend Brian family from Kalacha was also stone. Reverend Anderson, Herbert Anderson and Howard Anderson are also stone in the Kalacha, Herbert Anderson, and left there. And also Howard Anderson was actually frustrated. He left and, his family now, we don't know where they are. And his son also was stoned and he went again shortly to Marsabit. I don't know where he is. Reverend, I said again, Jonathan Watwood was also stoned. So many of them, actually, priests. Gary Chapin, I said, Reverend Gary Chapin, Reverend Tim Tisrao, Reverend actually, McDougall, Reverend Brian Hoffman, Reverend Henderson, Herbert Henderson, and Howard Henderson, Reverend, and also Gary Chapin, Reverend, and Reverend also Tim Calte, and Reverend also Tim Knowles, and Reverend also Tim Hans, and Reverend Nick Sonable, and also Reverend actually Dr. Prezo Fokin. They're all stone, and even ladies who are British and Australian, also others Canadians, like also so many of them have been also left frustrated. Like also from Gatab, Katrina, German, Louis Cameron, Canada, Helen Halbrand, Canada, and Sherry, also American, and many others. Stones, and they are no longer now in Kenya. So what we want to say, we don't actually people to mess up. These priests are also sold. Daniel and Manada sold actually the blood of these human beings. I said it. Here is a letter I wrote also to the office of the Minister of Internal Security. Okay, on 9th September 2010. 10th. Okay, I wrote to the Internal Security Minister, and then he was promoted immediately after signing this document of mine to be Deputy President, Professor His Excellency Dr. Professor Kithure Kindiki's Excellency. I told him actually these human beings have been actually killed, and this actually fake priest, these people are selling, together with another one called, who is not trained also, called Daniel Siole. He called himself priest, but he is not trained. he was holding a kind of a fake degree from Sutotwet Institute, Bible Institute, which is not offering people degrees. So I've told him to leave the church, and he left. When I went home recently, in my home church with this kind of a human being now buried, he's one also alluding with the terrorist group, together with Lamadada, together another primary school teacher called Francis Leganapal of primary school there, Songa location, of our Saku Consul, Marsabet. Francis Leganapal is also the headmaster of primary school there. They are alluding, three of them. Together with that, El Ciole now is not in the photo, but we will apprehend him. We have apprehended him for 3 days by the anti-terror KWS, Kenya Wildlife Service. They have apprehended 2 of them, the headmaster, Kanabal, President Kanabal, and this one was actually ran away about 150 kilometers from Marsabit town to Ngorori and go and hide there with the vehicles of these priests, Americans, and also their properties, together with his wife, and having sold also the church, part of the church. Here it is. Here it is. Actually, I sold the church with a so few amount of money. Alright, the church now, which is now a graveyard in Marsabit. He has sold the church together with his friends, like Philip Lakapana with 2 wives, Lesweka Lakapana with 2 wives, calling himself church elder. Another side, Daniel Lamadada, actually signed it here, they have signed it here, and also church clerk, Mr. Daudi Barnaba Amanja, they have signed here. I think they have now taken those 20,000 shillings and divided, because the chief, Alcayo, assistant chief, paid them 15,000, it is written here, and there was an remaining 5,000, because he sold 4 acres, so close to 3 acres, close to 3 point something acres. Alright, together with the house, which was a dispensary of African church, extension of the same church, building, the same compound, extension of the same compound. The church is here, with the grave which has turned out to be graveyard. So they have sold the church, part of it, the dispensary block house with about 4 rooms, okay, with 20,000 shillings. Alright, like what Achan did in the book of Joshua chapter 7 verse 24, which was actually buried by Joshua together with his family. So this human being, instead now they have buried all these human beings, because they are leading with the terror groups, either from Ethiopia, Somalia, or Sudan, or Kenya. The Madada must tell Kenya detectives, together with Americans and all, and British and also Canadians, FBI of the United States of America, because I've wrote to the American president to send even FBI to look for their people. Yes, I did it without a delay, okay, because God has used me as an instrument. So this is a letter I wrote to the President of America through the United States of America Embassy here in Kenya. I said actually Kenya Republic Lecturer Clergy Bishop Kenya Michael Ontome of African Church AIC Marsabit, PO Box 26 Marsabit, East Africa. My email is bishopkenyalol@gmail.com, and website www.thebibleguideblogspot.com, thebibleguideblogspot.com. I say Embassy Nairobi, US Embassy in Nairobi address. It is here, which is PO Box 006 Village Market, 0021 Nairobi, Kenya. Phone number +254 2363 -6000. Fax 254 20 36 36. Alright, 157. Requesting through United States of America US Embassy in Nairobi to inform United States of America President His Excellency Dr. Donald Trump to help us in Marsabit County Government, Sacco Consul's African Church, Songa Location, and Anglican Church of Kenya, Marsabit Diocese, for dead persons execution. I said that people are dead here and missing, like American missionaries. I've mentioned them already. Okay, Reverend Gary Chopin, Reverend Tim Calde, Reverend Tim Knowles, Reverend Tim Hans, Reverend Dan Beverly, Reverend Dr. Vokin Veldam, Reverend Sister Katarina, Reverend Colin McDougall, Reverend Brian Fomley, Hoffman family, and his son, Reverend Michael Butterman, Reverend Tim Tisdale, Reverend Anderson Howard, Reverend Herbert Anderson, Reverend also, which is not mentioned here, also Jonathan Watwood, and also Reverend also Charles Barnett, among others. And also those women who are killed university student, Mr. Daniel Antare, Mrs. Jessica Lado, Mr. Peter Leobele, Mr. Lemosor, Chuchu Lemosor, those are 4. And also those who are killed also, we have also Peter, Lemosor Church Choir. We have also Lilian Larapo, Lilian Karawale. Alright? Those one also who are killed, again, well, okay, in the same kind of scenario, those one who also 4 of them. We have also Anne Dargasia James Lesidele, and also Peter Lemosor, and also Mrs. Lilian Karawale, and Ms. Lilian Larabo, and Mr. Peter Lemosor, and Ms. Anne Dargasia. They are all killed in the same mass grave. Alright, they are there. And also injured one, we have also the injured one, Alan Daniel Emile Mister, and Miss Lina Samza, Mrs. Esaya Lanaitamanya, and Mrs. Parawa Larabo. They are supposed to be paid, those who are killed and they must grab 50 million each of them, 8 of them. And those ones who are also injured, 25 million, 4 of them. So that's about 500 million. And then the priests which are also in the same mass grave from Anglican Church of Marsabit. We have Stephen Houghton of Britain, and also, Bishop Andrew Aton Dano Tuye Cabra, and Bishop also William Mwako Borana Oromo. They're supposed to be paid 30 million each of them by the state. So that's actually my request from the United States of America. I want the people to know that the devil is there and he can kill human beings. So I've written actually to the United States of America President, His Excellency Donald Trump, to help us, to help our detectives together with the FBI. Okay, Barrow, investigation, officers of the United States of America to help also Directorate of Criminal Investigation Officers office to check on this. I told them also the head office of Leave the President to give me also anti-terror police to accompany them because I'm the complainant myself. And those stations now I'm given 25 of them, which will be under my first lady, the day I will be sworn in later on in Kenya as Kenya President come 2022 election. And none other than Honorable Dr.Ruto, the youngest daughter of our President, who is so prayerful, and like they has prayed God to have a ministry and also they have a husband. So God has answered our prayer. He's already going to oversee those stations. Station number 20 has petroleum. Kurkum license consul there, the one which was used by British government in 1907 to 1963 and sealed. And we reopen it and also sealed, but I'm going now to open it permanently and give the government some small portion, possibly a quarter, to that crude oil, because it's my farm now, having been given, because I'm now given those stations to be called Interdenominational Church International East Africa. So that's me today. Here is actually the newspaper today, in short. It's talking about red flag in Ruto's housing projects, which of course the government has entered into 49.5 billion affordable housing contract on parcel land which is as missing titles. So that's one has raised now a question for Kenyans who are buying houses, that they are buying even houses without title deeds, and they have given out 49.5 billion Kenyan shillings. Another thing is actually that is now untouchable at the moment, scam, which of course God is the one which has an answer for the Kenyans. I want also to say that the Supreme People Power President is not going to be on ballot paper, but I'm going to marry his daughter as one of my wife. I've already highlighted in the in my my agendas. Honorable Winnie Imga Raila Molodiga is also one of my wives. I'm not competing with the Bible. First Kings chapter 11 verse 1 to 8 about King Solomon affairs. Was married 1,000 women, 300 royal birth women, and also 700 concubines. But mine are only 7 royal birth and numerous concubines with my children. So I've also highlighted that Imgarela Molo Dinka is also one of my wives. Alright? Actually, I've already put that one online. I've also written to America, to Taliban, the President of America, because maybe I will visit America one time. And so that then whenever I will be sworn in and I go with one of these, 7 of these women one time, but the first lady is Honorable Dr.Ruto. They will not question me that I'm actually messing up in doing a lot of adultery. No. I'm just going to have women like Honorable Imagarela Molodinga Luo, then Mother Kuraito Tome, Rendile Samburu Subtribe, and then Fatuma Tanu Borana, Mother Irura Karua Kikuyu, and then Margot Rech German, and then Helen Brigade, German, and First Lady Charlene William Ruto, youngest daughter of our president. We want to have an office and hold the Bible among all these 7 women, among other, numerous concubines, including even Indians, Marsabit with my children, some of them. And other tribes also likewise, women with my children, they are concubine, that case in the Bible. So I'm not reaching the limit of King Solomon, the wisest king of Israel, who later on after old age, then he has missed to name his children because there are so many and his wives, because of old age, not sinfulness. The Bible says when he was old, now he was actually turned away from thinking properly about his family affairs. Not that he was sinful, because the Bible accepts polygamy in Genesis chapter 1 verse 19, and also Titus 1:6, and also 1 Timothy chapter 3, 1 woman or many women. God accepts. Abraham had so many women. King Joash had 2 wives. He was chosen by, Prince Joahida to marry in 2 Corinthians chapter 24 verse 1 to 5 verses. So the Bible, without addition or subtracting, in Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 2 and Revelation chapter 22 verse 18 and 19 allow polygamy. So the youngest daughter of also the Supreme People's Power President is my wife in near future. Okay, and also the president himself, the youngest daughter, Winnie Charlene Ruto, is going to be my first lady very soon. Otherwise, may God bless you, man, being in Kenya and beyond. Amen.